Hi, how are you? I'm super nervous, I'm sorry. My question is for Jim. My mom loves you, but she couldn't be here because she's really ill. Would you mind signing an autograph for her after the panel?
No problem.
Thank you.
What's your mom's name?
Doris. Doris, she's a big.
Hey, is anybody videotaping me right now?
Yeah.
Do you have a cable phone?
Yes. Oh.
You have to get the camera. Pictures in here, I can't give it to you.
The next person on that side. There have always been overtones of orthodoxy in the show in season 1, where Finch was kind of an oracle to Machine God, and Bruce was like a clergy, kind of affecting the will of Machine God to protect people. And now that Ruth's messianic complex is kind of more physically manifest, and the Machine seems to be talking to other people, I was wondering if we're going to see maybe a splintering of this sort of orthodoxy.
There's always potential for that.
We were not doing a live reading of the show. I think it's extremely interesting that Ruth refers to the machine as a sheep, the way sailors refer to a ship. We definitely think, when Harold Finch built the machine, it would be very interesting to explore the idea that perhaps he wasn't the only one. It's just when the Manhattan Project was being built, you understand that there were other entities out there racing to get the bomb. You could imagine that with the power of the machine, that perhaps, and in fact, the total information awareness, which with PRISM is the predecessor to all these things, and Poindexter was trying to fund. So we're going to get into a backstory involving Harold Finch and some flashbacks that are coming up where we explore the idea that perhaps he wasn't the only one out there in this race.
I wanted to ask Greg, we have that mysterious unknown voice on the phone, Hirsch's boss. Any options in the future that we get a little more information on that?
Absolutely. Hirsch as a boss ordered dismissal of Office of Special Counsel at the end of last season. And I think it's about time to have that question.
Next question on this side.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and Jim, I'm a big fan of Frequency. My mother and I watched it years ago. The overall story is just fantastic. And I'm just curious, are we going to get something going for Plesko? Lovable Lug? He just seems to be on the sidelines a lot. I mean, he was standing at the nightclub and he didn't get anything over there. So.
I just want to say, Chapman's a phenomenal actor. Actually, we worked together on a movie called Unknown. And this man has a great soul. I grew up a blue-collar kid, actually in the farm area in Mount Vernon, Washington. I worked in Combiner, I baled hay. This guy probably didn't do that, but he probably was like worked on a wharf or something like that. But I had a great connection with this fella, and there's obviously a beautiful, lovely relationship between him and Fosco. But between me and him, this is a tremendous human being.
Next question.
Hi, I just have a question about Bear. Given that Halloween is in a few weeks, will we see him in costume maybe? And if so, possible costume.
How about Bear flashbacks when he was a puppy?
So I like that you continually say that you don't think Groot is crazy, because I think Groot is completely sane, and I love how, okay, but I mean, like, there's a lot of like, issues with that, but yeah, I love like in last season, when there was kind of like this whole idea, like, is she Hannah, and it's like, oh, something happened to her, and then you go to Finch, like, oh, that's so sweet that you think something happened to me, like, so how do you think, I mean, not like what did happen, because we saw some of her background, but what do you think motivates Groot if it's not insanity and it's not like a tragic path? Is she just very intelligent women doing her thing?
I mean, I think she's definitely invested in the machine and its power. And I don't know, I was watching a movie called The Singularity is Near, or there's a book about it. And, you know, there are a lot of people who are very, very smart and believe that machines have will in the future have this power to program themselves and that this sort of idea that Root has is not that far-fetched and may not be science fiction in the future. And so I think she just believes this, and she believes that this is an inevitable thing that's going to happen. And so it's her goal to be a part of this thing that's about to happen. Is that right? That's what I was good at, so I'm glad that might be my
Question on that side.
Hi, I'm Johnson, and this question is for the ladies and Fusco. Sorry, Jim. In a battle royale situation between Shaw and Fusco, which of the girls would win, and how fast would Fusco fall? Sorry.
I'll kick his ass.
And I would love every minute of that.
I don't think Carter would fight Fusco. I think she's grown to love him. She's accepted his dirty past. And she forgave him.
Fusco's like a little brother that nobody wanted.
Oh, there's Sean and Fusco. We've got some stuff.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff about that.
Yeah. Fusco has amazing stuff coming up.
There's one piece of guest star casting you can reveal right from the episode.
Oh, Kirk Aceveda is going to be on the show. We're getting to one of the next couple episodes.
Thank you.
So, among other strengths in the show, you guys have a fantastic cast of villains. I really love a lot of your villains, and I was wondering if you could talk a little bit more about which ones we might be seeing in particular, because I also love Jonathan Nomas' Greer. Will we be seeing more of Decima?
Absolutely. Joe's uncle. It's really, really fantastic in the role. Enrico Galanti is Elias. I think you've heard of that. And I think the work that Robert Schottenberg has done on our show is just phenomenal. As he plays Officer Simmons, who's one of his big charge.
You've got all these recurring villains. You know, you've got Alonzo Quinn, Elias, and the old lady on the phone. Do you think, they've already crossed paths already, obviously, sort of trying to have Elias killed. Do you think at some point that you might sort of bring them together in a bigger way, have your Legion of Doom?
Great idea.
I can see that. Could get the next question over there.
Hi, I just wanted to say you guys are all amazing and thank you for being here. My question is for anyone that wants to answer this. You guys have been playing these characters for a while now. Do you bring ideas of what you want the characters to do, or do you trust the writers so much that you just let them have at it and then you sort of work with them on that?
Be careful.
I think for me, they have better ideas than I could come up with. So it's exciting to get a script and be surprised and be like, oh, we're going in that direction. So it's fun to see what they have planned for other people.
I've thrown a couple suggestions their way. I feel like I'm always throwing things your way though, and I don't think they ever like it. I'm not gonna stop. I just trust the writers because they're brilliant. I can't say enough.
Is there ever a time, Greg or Denise, where something about the actor, kind of pops to you and it does kind of get incorporated a little bit into the character?
I'm sorry, I'm just so stunned by what they just said. No, these guys are all fantastic, and I think there is an element of trust. If the material's good, then I think everyone's happy with it. And I think, Jonah is a fantastic collaborator. He's very strong, strong-minded about the direction of the show, and I think that when there's that element of trust, everything just becomes better.
I did request one last season. Was it last season? I dressed them in plain clothes and went to the club and gave the guy drugs.
Yeah.
I said, I want to be cute in an episode, and he totally did it. That's my brilliance. I just
Hi, my name is Kate, and my question is for Jim. We've noticed last season you did a lot of exercise and running around, and this year you're kind of taking it back and kind of putting it more on the ladies. And I was just wondering kind of how you feel about that and how much of the stunts you actually get to do.
Well, you're going to still see that. You're going to see a lot of action at times, but I'd say it's a very difficult show to sustain for that amount of months and the amount of hours to do that. What I want to continue is to continue to do the stunts, the fights that I do. That was one of the things that I was able to bring in. I studied martial arts when I was a kid, so I'm able to do a lot of that in about 10 minutes, learn it, and then deliver on it. And then also the weapons training I've had for the last 15 years has really helped tremendously in keeping it real. So believability is the most important thing, but the sustainability is the most important thing. So I'm very, very fortunate to have a great cast and to have Shaw come in and to be able to pick a lot of this look. And trust me, she does her fair share and holds her own. So, but you'll still be seeing me go in there and whoop some ass sometimes.
Thank you.